Y'all, how you guys doing today? I'm back here with another video of technology tech. Today we're gonna be doing the review of the Galaxy S21 Ultra. I know I should have been did this review like almost like 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to go and do the review now. There's just been a lot been going on, so I haven't been able to really do the review, but now I'm about to do the review. So we're going to talk about everything of the Galaxy S21 Ultra. So first we're going to talk about the camera. The most important part of a smartphone is the camera, obviously. So Samsung didn't make too many upgrades to the camera this year. You still get the same 108 megapixel camera. You still get the same 8K video. You still get the same 100 times zoom and stuff like that. You still get the same wide, ultra wide telephoto. But this time they added two telephoto lenses. You now have two telephoto lenses. So it's going to make the zooming a whole lot improved this year. They didn't really make an improvement on the video recording since it's still the same 8K video recording. But this time you get a 108 megapixel telephoto camera, which I think is really incredible. So the zooming is going to be a lot better on the S21 Ultra than last year's S20 Ultra. So that's one thing that has been improved. But first, let's talk about pricing. This phone does start at $1,250 for the 128 gigabyte model. I kind of wish they started at 256 gigabyte model, because you remember when Samsung came out with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and actually last year's Galaxy Note 20 Ultra also came in with base 256 gigabytes as the base storage. So I don't know why Samsung is not putting the S21 Ultra at 256 as well. But we had to see that with the Galaxy S22. But yeah, it's not that many improvements. The front face camera is pretty much the same. 4K video for the front face camera, which is pretty good. I mean, it better be 4K video for the front face camera for this phone to cost over $1,000. So that's something you have to see there. But yes, there's a lot with the camera. The camera is amazing. So you're gonna be pleased if you buy this phone. You're gonna be pleased. I mean, you better be pleased with the camera and the phone this expensive. So the camera is incredible on the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Next to the display. Now that's the most important smartphone, obviously, is the display, obviously. So let's talk about the display. So the Galaxy S21 Ultra has a 120 Hz display. There were rumors before the phone came out that it would come with a 144 Hz display, but sadly it only comes with a 120 Hz display. Samsung was trying to lower the price this year, so that's probably why the phone didn't come with the 144 Hz display. But 120 Hz display is pretty good. That was pretty standard from last year. So you do get 120 Hz display on the S21 Ultra. This phone goes up to 1440p resolution. Same for the past couple years. 1440p resolution is the standard, so you get 1440p resolution. This one was a 6.8-inch display. It is a downgrade from last year. The S20 Ultra had a 6.9-inch display, so they kind of made it a little bit smaller this year. But Samsung was just trying to lower the price this year, so it's no surprise. Also, the battery is exactly the same 5,000 mAh battery. Because most of the specs are just pretty much the same from last year. Most of the Samsung just tried to lower the price. And also, Samsung with a more futuristic look, which I'm pretty good with the look. It looks pretty good. At first, I was like, it's ugly, but now I'm like, it looks a lot better now. As I'm now getting used to it, the design is starting to grow on me. It looks very futuristic. It comes in many different colors. I believe it comes in blue, brown, a silver, a white. It's a lot of different colors it comes in. So you guys have to check that out as well. This phone comes with 25-watt fast charging, not in the box. The charging block is sold separately, which is kind of weird because Samsung was just making fun of Apple a couple months ago getting rid of the charger, and now they did the same thing. So that's kind of weird that Samsung is doing that. If you guys don't remember, they made fun of them on Facebook, and also Xiaomi did as well. And I know the Xiaomi also got rid of the charger with the new Xiaomi Mi 11. But I believe Xiaomi gives you an option as a free if you want the charger. But that'd be something we have to see. But that's pretty crazy that Samsung's doing that. But I believe if you pre-ordered the phone early, you would have got the charger with the phone. I don't know, but that's something I have to check. But yeah, just know that you do not get a charging block in this phone either, nor headphones either. So if you want headphones or charging block, you will have to buy that separately. Also, this year they also downgraded the charging speed as well. I'm talking about. And last year with the S20 Ultra, you were able to go up to 45 watts. It was like this separately sold 45-watt charger. You'll get a faster 45-watt charger. But this year, you don't get that with the S21 Ultra. So it's kind of sad that Samsung downgraded on that as well. Also, they made the bezels a little bit smaller this year, so it gives you a more futuristic look on the front as well. But overall, the S21 Ultra is an incredible phone as well. Next, let's talk about the speakers. Now, the speakers, Samsung doesn't really make that many upgrades in speakers. Probably, I don't believe Samsung made upgrades to speakers since last year. So the speakers are pretty much the same. So if you upgrade from the S20 Ultra to the S21 Ultra, you're not going to see any improvements on the speakers. The speakers are exactly the same. But yes, next let's talk about privacy and security. The S21 Ultra. Hold up, y'all. I'm sorry, I had to check outside. Somebody was driving in front of the house, like something. But anyways, but what was I talking about? Okay, I was talking about the speakers. Don't see any improvements on speakers. The speakers are gonna be exactly the same. Next, let's talk about privacy and security. So Samsung isn't really known for being the best privacy and security. I heard Samsung does take away some of your data, which is not really great. But yeah, so if you want the best privacy and security, definitely go for Apple. But Samsung's pretty good with the fingerprint sensor. I mean, it's all right. Their privacy and security is all right. Next, let's talk about software with the S21 Ultra. Samsung made some huge upgrade with their new UI software, something like that. So Samsung made a lot of upgrades with the software this year, adding a whole lot more customization features, what I'm really looking forward to as well. So a lot of new stuff are coming here from Samsung this year. So I'm really impressed with Samsung did with the S21 Ultra, making the price a lot cheaper this year. Because last year, if you guys don't remember, the last year's Galaxy S20 Ultra started at $1,400. So Samsung definitely did some improvements on lowering the price this year. But yes, that is pretty much it. It's pretty much everything the same. Also, Samsung has a matte glass back this year because last year S20 Ultra came with a glossy back. Now this year you now get a glass back, which is a matte glass back, which I think is more futuristic design. It feels a lot more higher quality, so that's something we got to see there. So that's a good thing that Samsung is switching to matte glass. If you guys don't remember, back in 2019, Apple also switched to matte glass with the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max. So that's really good. It gives the phone a more futuristic design. It gives it a more high quality design. And overall, the durability on the S21 Ultra is pretty good. If you guys watched the drop test from Phone Buff, it did pretty good from the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Even though the iPhone did win over against the Samsung, which is pretty surprising because I remember Samsung used to be the king in durability. But it seems like Samsung has dropped throughout the years. But it seems like the durability is getting better, so it's good that Samsung is improving that. But they're pretty good. They're pretty good for a phone around this price range. So, yep, that's pretty much it for the S21 Ultra when it comes to. I'm not really talking about that much since this is really Samsung really just tried to lower the price this year, as I've been saying. So it's not gonna be like there's a huge improvement in something. Samsung just trying to lower the price this year. But overall, as I said, I'm really impressed with Samsung did this year. We're improving the stuff that they needed to improve with the S20 Ultra. But if you have last year's S21 Ultra, if you have last year's S20 Ultra, I would rather just keep that because everything on the S21 Ultra is pretty much the same. Even though there was little problems with the S20 Ultra, it's not something that's going to beg you or force you to upgrade to the S21 Ultra. Save your money and wait for the S22 Ultra. I feel like that'd be a better upgrade. That's probably the year that Samsung upgrades most of the specs. This year they kind of did down a little bit on the specs this year, so that's something you have to see there. But if you have something like an S10 or S10 Plus or even a Note 10, that you may have to check on that as well. You may be an upgrade because Samsung did at the S Pen support this year, but it's not the same S Pen I'm using. If you guys don't know, I bought the Galaxy Note 8. It's not that I'm gonna pull out the S Pen on my Note 8. Hold up. See, this is the S Pen on my Note 8. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the S Pen on my Galaxy Note 8. The S Pen on the S21 Ultra is not the same as on the Note series. It's actually a lot different. So the S Pen, if you buy the S21 Ultra and you buy the S Pen, it's not going to look like this. It's going to be a lot more bigger and a lot more secure because I guess Samsung wanted to make it a lot more durable since you can't really put it inside the phone. Samsung did make customizable cases for the S21 Ultra if you want to use the S Pen. But the sad thing about the S Pen with the Galaxy S21 Ultra is you can't do it like on the Note series. Like I have my Note 8 S Pen. It has Bluetooth and you can kick it all over the place and you can walk. You know what I mean? You can do all the Bluetooth features like you can do on the S Pen with the Note series. As sadly, the S Pen on the S21 Ultra doesn't have that. But I heard Samsung is coming out with S Pen Pro, where it will have the Bluetooth and it will have those new up-to-date features like you do on the Note series. But that'd be something we have to. Let me put the S Pen back in before they start going crazy. But yeah, so that'll just have to be something you have to see. But I like the improvements that Samsung made this year. I know I keep saying that. It's really great. But if you have the S21, if you have the S20 Ultra, don't upgrade. I would rather you to spend less money because you can get an S20 Ultra right now for really cheap. Like, I'm not even kidding. You can go on Amazon or eBay. You can get them literally under $900. Now that's pretty good, especially when the S20 Ultra pretty much exactly the same as the S21 Ultra. So I'd rather you just save your money, go on eBay and buy last year's S20 Ultra. Because even the S20 Ultra is actually a better phone since it has the S20 Ultra has the 45-watt fast charger in the box, which is pretty crazy. And it just comes with a lot more stuff, in my opinion. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below, and I will try to answer them. See you guys in the next video that I post, and have a great day.